This is Aaron Sim broadcasting live. Today is 31st of October. Time really flies. 2 more months and we are completing year 2022. Something peculiar, not something peculiar, something that's happening year after year. Usually this time of the year from 1st November to the following year 30th April is a time that people ask me if I were to choose a time period when is the tendency stock prices has the tendency to go up? Where's the tendency where stock prices has the tendency to go up? What would that be? And for many years, I've been studied these things and been very privileged to study from my mentor, Larry Williams, who shared this thing with me over 20 years ago. And I've been tracking this. He says that actually from 1st November or October, 1st November, right until the following year for 6 months until 30th of April, tendency stock prices goes up. So how far is this true? I give you some data and it is mind-boggling. For 21 years, for 21 years, let me share you this data. For 21 years, 19 out of 21 years or 90% accurate, from 1st November, share prices has the tendency to go up over the period for the next 6 months. How high it goes and how long does it take? For example, my chart here. Back from last year, 1st November, went to as high, like up 4% from 1st November right until about January 2022. So 2 months. And the year before that, in year 2020, it took 4 months. Not 4 months, it's 6 months to get 27% up. So I went through all those years. So out of 21 years, 19 times goes up. So 90% winners. So if I take up, of course, there are losses as well. So if I take all the winners, less of the losses, the average movement up from whatever 1st November to the high of the following year is an average of 8.2%. You average out is 8.2, including the 2 years that are losses. So what does it mean? It means that, for example, let me give an example. Just like last year, 1st November 2021, right? 6 months until 30th April. This box is a whole period. So let's say I start from 1st November. For that period, there's some up, there's some down. The highest it goes up until here. To the period will be about, let me just see, January. That's what about January. So November, December, January, 2, 3 months, and it's up 4%. Right? Incredible, right? So the tendency is highest to go to. Now the key thing is not just get in on 1st November and forget about it. Right? You got to actually decide what's the percentage increase because it can go down. Okay, you make the money, you got to get out. You cannot be greedy and leave it there. Okay? So how much is that percentage? That way. Now, so let's go back here. So for example, right, if I look at all this percent, average is 8.2%. On the safe side, if you're looking for 4% up for a couple of months after that, I think we'll be pretty safe. But the key thing is, will you dare to press the button now? Right? Knowing the current situation. Let me give you an example. Right? Back about year 2020, March 2020, when there was a big drop in March 2020, it was up and there was a big drop. People remember that. So it was so scary that like everything is so bad, those sort of things. And back in April, 1st April, right? And you are here, and without hindsight, how would you know what happened after 1st April 2020? I know what happened after that. It went up for the next 2 years, up from $218 as low back in about March, up to 479, and 1st May after that, or slightly about 2 years, 219%. So when you were here down, you didn't know it's up. It goes up. So when's the time when you're really scary? Those the time the reversal comes in. Right? So like right now, will you dare to press the button? Right now, based on last Friday close on 28th October, the price was here about 360 or 380 the price here. What happened after that? Well, historical is supposed to go up, right? Historical goes up. And especially a few hours ago, before I get started, the market is actually down like 2.3 points. So if you're right now, you're so scared about those sort of things. I'm not saying you just jump in. I'm saying preparing that potentially from 1st November, there's a tendency to go up. Of course, we'll see that if it's still negative, you don't just jump in. Okay, can be a few days after that, but tendency, share prices has tendency to go up from 1st November to 30th April on a long-term perspective. This is not to say that you just blindly just jump in, but to be able to take advantage of the longer term trend. And if you already go in, don't shoot for the moon, right? Have a certain target and then get out that way. That's my message on it. Check this thing out and see how it goes. This is 21 years of history that comes with 90% accurate. Hmm? High tendency share prices going up, especially true when you're also scared. Yeah, people can always have a lot of excuses. Yeah, you know what? Next week the Fed meeting, the news already so bad they're going to double down and increase the rate. Election is coming through in US, a midterm election. There's so much thing negative comes in. Maybe that's those negative news is the one to push up the market. Maybe we will see. But sometimes I like idea, and perhaps you don't like to worry whether this direction will go up. Maybe it will go down even further. Then I suggest there's a way to deal with this thing. And the way we deal with this thing is actually using non-directional neutral position principles of using option to trade. And that method has served me, that taught by my mentor Mary McWilliams over the last 20 years. And if you want to check out how we can do this thing, absolutely free, totally free. I'll show you the blueprint. Why free? Because I want to hope that you'll be able to actually gain the experience, shortcut your learning experience, 5 to 15 years, rather than we struggle to do it. Okay. And if you want to check out our smarttradersbookshop.com, come out on 5th November. Go and register. You'll be able to find out the full blueprint, how you can trade with a carefree state of mind, and you leverage unemotionally. You compound your money, you grow your account that way. Absolutely free. Check this thing out. Whether you have a lot of experience or not, you don't have a lot of experience at all, the stop matter because we simplify the way to trade. Okay. Hope this helps. I'll see you then. Take care. Bye bye.